Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Vanessa Theme Ament, and this is Holy Foley. My guest today is Misa Jakovljevic, and he is a Foley expert in Serbia. He is in my book, The Foley Grail, and I had such a wonderful time interviewing him for The Foley Grail, and I'm really excited to see him again today. Misa is an absolute delight. So, Misa, I just can't tell you how glad I am to see you again. It's just wonderful to see you after all of these years. How are you?
I'm very well. A little bit older and a little bit fat, but very nice.
So what I want to do is catch up. This is what I like to call performative film sound. So anything that has to do with Foley or anything that's performance oriented with film sound. And this podcast is about a more philosophical approach to talking about Foley and performative sound, to really document what people all around the world, not just the US, of course, because I'm interested in all of you, not just us, what you're doing with film, television, episodic, theatrical, performative sound. So I want to catch up with you because the last time you were working at Marconi Sound, which you had taken over after starting there. And I want to know what you've been doing, these past years. But before I do, I want to tell you a funny story. There is a hotel here in Palm Springs called which is a Kimpton, which is called the Rowan. And it's a very elite boutique hotel. And I'd been getting a coffee and I walked by, and I always say hello to the young men that are standing out there getting the keys and helping the people with their hotel rooms. And there was this young man with an accent. And I said, well, hello, how are you? And he spoke with an accent and he goes, I'm fine. And I said, you sound like you're Eastern European. Where are you from? Serbia. And I said, I know someone in Serbia. Do you know Misa? And of course, I stumbled over your last name, but I'll say it right, Jakovljevic. And he went, oh my gosh, he's so famous. I said, yes, he's a Foley artist. And I interviewed him for my book, and I'm a Foley artist. He goes, oh my gosh, you know Misa? Oh my gosh. So you've become quite the thing. And he was so thrilled that I knew you. He was thrilled beyond belief. So I just want you to know that this young man who's a Serbian person working here was so thrilled that I knew you. And I just wanted to pass that on. So you have fans.
Thank you.
Yes.
That is because I know you.
Well, no, it's because you've been working, and this man has pride in you and knows of you and is excited, and was excited that you are known past your country. So I wanted you to know that. So tell me what you've been doing as far as the work you've been doing, some films, some shows, what it's been like in these past years to grow into your craft, make the changes, and how it's changed for you over these years.
In the last 10 years, I have one problem. The problem is because I'm older, some things change. Too many electronics come inside the sound and the sound design, and a lot of people think the job of the Foley artist will in short time, in the next few years, not will be necessary because have electronic machine, but I don't think like this, because we talk about philosophy, we talk about philosophy, not only philosophy of Foley, philosophy of sound. I don't like too much electronics. some my friends, my colleagues say you are old school. Yes, maybe I'm old school because I want to make these things, and I want to make this sound. Yes, the footsteps say, yes, you have a machine and you make a program, have some files inside, and you walk like you playing the piano. Yes, but look, this sounds like mechanic. This like a robot. Tick tack, tick tack. You have a 10 footsteps put inside, and 10 footsteps. The guy walk 30, 50 footsteps. Yes, I think when I'm going to my room and I do the footsteps, every step is different, and that is the life. That is the very important things for me. But we talk about change. The producer need faster and faster and faster, and say you have a few days for episodes about, I don't know, 50 minutes. You have a, and give me, I need this, I must put that on the television. That's change. Before 5, 6, 7 years, we have a time. Not too much, but we have a time. And now, example, I just finished one Serbian TV series, and I have a few days, 4 or 5 days for finishing the episode of 15 minutes. Some crime TV series have walking, guns, fight, and once only few days. Okay, I do this 2, 3 days. I only record. Two guys editing, and I sit on my place and edit the footsteps or other things. And these cut our creativity. I think this. Before 10 years, I record too many things outside, inside, the some of the another place. I hear some interesting sound, and I record. And one example, I have my neighbor, the very nice woman, and I hear her metal stairs, and sounds very nice. One day I say, look, give me a few hours. I must walk up, down on your stairs and do things for this. Yes, I do this. And she looks at me, he's crazy. And I put this in my library, and now when I look some stairs, yes, this neighbor stairs, and my friends who are editing, yes, these stairs is these stairs we put the neighbor stairs. This is, we do these things because we don't have time for do again. Right. I know when I do again, will be a different. We one recording, you do it on one way, and the second is the different way, and these stairs don't sound the same. Difference, and I like this difference, but producer don't understand this. Right. And she said, "Look, the stairs, up, down, Okay, we must be faster, and tomorrow I must to give my series to television company, and that is the end of your philosophy. Philosophy is for your home. Give me now the material.
Philosophy
Yeah, and
for your home. I just want to make the money. Yeah.
yes, I understand this. Look, all of us work, and we must we must eat something. Here in Serbia, we say we must have for bread and something with bread. And I understand this, but these things kills some enthusiasm,
Yeah.
and the younger guys. I know before 10 years, I was being only one guy who do it Foley on this old way, and with some how I said, yes, and after a little bit after, in the last 10 years, we have now three colleagues in Foley, but only one girl, woman, sorry, she do it on things on the like old school.
Mm-hmm.
The younger guy, and I think has few friends, um, collect the library in his computer and uh, put this in a project, because needs to be faster, and producer like this put inside the footsteps. Yes, it's the concrete. Yes, concrete, but this is concrete, is dirty concrete. It doesn't matter. Concrete is concrete. Go. Um, uh, I'm still yet. I'm still like this job, and maybe my friend said you looking the small things. You're a grumpy old man. You 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 listen and hear everything. And I said, look, this is not good. I do that again because these have too crunchy. Sounds like I walk on the box. Cracked. Okay, I do that again. That is not good. But this is me. And I think this girl, I don't know the personally her, but I hear for her, and she do it too many projects for outside from Serbia. That is very nice because she learning, this system, and people outside of Serbia is not too much different, but different, especially English and French. But I don't work with French, but with English people, English producer and sound designer, I work. I think about 50 projects, 50, 60. And this school is very interesting for me. I think first time when we talk, I told you this, that this school work with English is very nice school. And maybe this is the reason why I'm grumpy old man. Because the very interesting thing, the Englishman wants I have a pencil, and the actor have a pencil, and do this. He wants, I want to hear this. Yes, look, but this is not pencil. It's nothing. Yes, I want to hear this. It's okay. I mean, now when I work to that is not difference. Serbian production, Turkish, Israel, very Israeli production is very nice. I must be um, I must tell you. I hope I told you before, but now one short movie before, oh, I don't know how many years, we I do it Foley for short movie from Israel production. And this movie received the Oscar, the American Oscar for movie, and I'm so proud for this because I have my fingers inside. Okay, my colleagues too, but I'm I'm the man who make this sound on, and that is very interesting for me, and this big honor.
So an Israeli by the name of Elisha Birnbaum, who had been a production sound person in Israel and had done Foley and editing in Israel, left Israel and went to New York and took over sound in New York and Sound One in New York and revolutionized the whole sense of sound editing and Foley in New York. And it is because of an Israeli by the name of Elisha Birnbaum, who I interviewed for the Foley Grail, but because his work was so exquisite, that the New York Foley sound is as good as it is, because Elisha is the one who taught the Foley artists that started in New York. And the reason that the Foley in New York is so realistic sounding and has the taste and the precision and does all of the detail work is because he'd been a production sound mixer in Israel. So he knew what things sounded like in production, and he wanted to duplicate it on the Foley stage. So I do know what you're talking about. And he left a tradition in New York that is there to this very day, with Marco Costanza and Jay Beck and a few others, because this tradition of taking the production sound and because production doesn't pick up everything, but when you're a production sound mixer, you know what things are supposed to sound like because you know what environment the director is trying to create. And even if you're on a soundstage, you know what the story is supposed to be, and you know what what the director is going for. And you're trying to pick up the dialogue, but you know what the director wants. So when you are a production sound mixer like Elisha Birnbaum from Israel, you know what all that detail means. So when he brought that to New York ended up with a very realistic sound sensibility that it brought to its Foley. And then Hollywood has always been much more hyper-real, much more less realistic, except for some films, and a little more over the top, and a little more hyper-real. You cannot replace good sound with tricks of technology. I have had this same discussion with every person I've interviewed. They're all saying the same thing. They're all saying it in different ways. But I'm hearing the same discussion over and over. Either AI is not going to replace it, or they want to patch in and use simulated ways or tricks. But the bottom line is there's nothing like a really good Foley performance to enhance the story instead of trying to cheat it using technology. Technology is a tool. So now that we are talking about that, what technology is being used in Serbia? Are people using Pro Tools, or are they using other systems in Serbia? Because when I talked to you before, years ago, that wasn't what you were using. So I'm curious what's being used now.
I think about the technology. I think we are in Serbia. We are like in the other countries in the world. Sometimes I think this use too many this electronic chemistry. I call that the some filters, compressor, and other things about it. I call that the chemistry.
Electronic chemistry, that's a
And
beautiful term.
time to time, I think the younger people use too many these chemistry because thinking and wants to be like this, we call that West production, American production, and listen this sound and say, look, this is this look like this. Okay. Sometimes I like this, sometimes I don't like, but I'm not sound designer. I'm only the smaller Foley artist who make the some sound in dark room and make things from my room, from my mind, and that's all. I like to listen my friends, especially young friends, young mixers, and when he talk about sounds, talk with passion, but passion with electronic chemistry inside. If you understand what I want to
I
say.
love that term. I love that term, Misha.
I know, or no, when I'm mixing the movies before 20 years and 25 years, I do that with my own hands. I don't have the automatization on the mixers. I don't have a software. And when I stop to do this, and I say, okay, I do it only for this is too hard for me. Maybe I'm lazy, but I think not, because the Foley needs everything's from artists, from men or women who perform the Foley, need everything, and power and clean mind and open mind and everything. And now I must say, yes, the television series, movies, I want to do more nature in these. Too many electronics, too many this electronic chemistry. It's some parts of mine. Maybe this is
So are you
better.
saying that it sort of takes away from what it is that you're trying to create with your sound, that it actually changes it and doesn't let it be what you're trying to create?
Something like this. Maybe I'm wrong because I like this nature sound, not too much clean. Must have some dirty in this sound because
Not so
the,
clean. You want it a little more natural and organic.
yes, but we don't have in nature. We don't have the fully clean things.
Right.
We have only the little part of dirtiness in everything around us, and especially in the sound. Yes, picture, but picture is not my my interesting zone. Yes, I look the picture, but okay, the sound, and especially the part of the Foley sound, I need this little bit dirtiness in the sound, inside this sound of the Foley sound. Is this sound is clean? It looks like plastic bag, synthetic.
Yeah. No, this is
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
well,
I'm.
you're touching on something that a lot of us who started in on mag and in analog discuss. And what we say, a lot of us, is that once we went to digital, it took away the warmth And I'll tell you what I mean by that. If you listen to a recording of music that was recorded in analog, there's a warmth and a naturalness to it.
Yes.
And the reason is because it's not recording in zeros and ones. It's recording everything in addition to the zeros and ones that digital records in. But if you listen to something that's recorded digitally, it's just recording in zeros and ones. So it's missing everything that's not in zeros and ones. So there's stuff missing. I think what you're discussing is broader. You call it dirty, and it's this organic world that isn't crisp, clean, precise, 0, 1, 0, 1. What we've done in this digital world, and I think this is what you're talking about, it's the same principle. We are losing our ability to understand information in sound. We're losing this organic sensibility of sound in film, in recording, when you're doing a footstep and it's got all the nuance that happens with the footfall that isn't a crisp, perfected footfall anymore, because that's not the way people walk. There's all this other stuff that happens with the footfall in the real analog world. The world is analog. It's not digital. Is that kind of where you're at with this?
Yeah, I must tell you one thing. When I start to do it Foley, my older teacher, I told me one thing. He said, "What we do here in this dark room?" I said, "We make some sound." He says, "No, we give the life to this picture. This picture is dead things, dead nature. But we give this picture life." I think, yes, this is the philosophy. But later, as the years come and I start to work and start thinking how to make some things, why I do these things, and come inside the Foley, I understand what he wants to say. If we now do it some, like you say, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, some electronic, we don't give a life. That is not life. What is it, life? I try to give the life for this picture and give some another dimension of sound. We know only live part of the sound in a movie is the sound from the stage.
So tell me, I want to switch this conversation to maybe a particular show that you've worked on where you feel like you've been able to do this, so that we can apply this theory or this method that you like. I want to know if there's been a particular project where you feel like you've really been able to do this.
Today I work on some Serbian projects. We make I make the international track for this movie, this TV series. Some inside this is the Secret Service, Army, police forces, some people, all things is a mystery. Very interesting TV series, and I think very good work from director and sound designer is my good friend. He is older than me, and he was being a professor in one of high school for sound in Belgrade. And we worked together too many years. And for this series, I do everything. Footsteps, stamp this. He time to time he asked me, would you like to make me something for this? I said, yes. I will think about this, and I make it. He said, I love this. It's really looks like nature. Yes, I know. I said, yes, I know. You're my friend, and you said everything. What you received from me, it's good. It's not always like this. I have experience, work experience for work with the producers and sound designer from the different countries. When I work with when I work Turkish movies or TV series, so it's very interesting. I learned too much about this country, these people, about the life in this country. Yes, we know the movies and the TV series and other don't show the real life, but some part of this is real. And for me, this is very interesting, especially for example, Israeli series or movies. It's 5,000 kilometers from Serbia. I never been in Israel. I want, but I hope I come there one day. That is nice experience. Same like yes, this is the East. Turkish, Israeli, Syria. I worked some, I think, one or two movies from Syria. One of Saudi Arabia. Different cultures,
Yes.
different, totally different. And maybe I think maybe I'm wrong. Why I thinking that? Because when I do some movie, special movie, the TV series, yes or no, but movie is very interesting. I like to learn about this. I read not on internet, yes, find, but books about things, some historical moments. Why? Well, yes, I talk too much, but before few years, I don't know. I did maybe you hear the Turkish movie Conquered, 1453. That is talk about when the Turkish come to the Constantinople. I like to read about this. If I don't, maybe I never sit on my table and never read the book about the history. If I do some different job, maybe if I'm mixing, yes, mixing. But why is the Foley need? That is my opinion. Why I need to? Yes, I must to know what's the clothes of the army. What he said, what he said, what he have, what have the Romans and the Byzantines. What's the have the chain
Chainmail.
on
The chainmail.
chainmail
Right.
and the
Chainmail.
swords. How the different swords? It's not the same. The Turkish have some swords. We call that swords Damascus, and the Byzantines have the different way, different look. On different way use this.
Well, I'm just intrigued the research that you do to understand culturally these different sounds that are so specific, because I'm thinking about what the United States does, what we do in Hollywood, how we just sort of pull cliches.
We know this cliche, but we said, yes, that's the cliche. I don't want to do this. This is the real language. If you want to make the movie or sound to a picture for movie or sound for movie, you must speak this language. The sum of the sound designer say, yes, I know this cliche, but I try to make something different, not like this, but this.
Did you say that you built a studio in your home, a Foley stage in your home?
Yes.
When did you do that?
Yes.
When did you do that?
This place where I am now is a place outside from Belgrade. It's about 50 kilometers because my home where I live is in Belgrade. There is my family. But I'm this house is house from my parents. Rebuilt this house. I make it a room for Foley. I make it some small studio for recording, and this place for editing, and rooms for sleeping and kitchen. And um, my my friends come here. We work together. When we finish the job, the friends back to Belgrade, and I back to Belgrade. Few days, and another project we back to do, and years now is the 14 years. That's these things work. I like this place. This is like village, but not village. This is the small city, historical city. This city was been in the Middle Age, was been a capital of Serbia, and looks like village. My place is a little bit about 3 kilometers of the center of the city.
What's the name of the city?
The name of city is Smederevo.
Okay.
Near the big river Danube, and the city is on the Danube, and have the big castle. This castle is the biggest castle in Middle Age on this area. Have very, very, very long history.
Well, it's so good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure to see you again. I hope one day you must come here to Serbia.
You know what? I'm going to come see you.
We say we are one feet is on the east, 1 feet is on the west, and you must feel these. You must feel this. How to be one leg on the east, one leg on the west.
Yes, I try to keep your footing.
It's two different winds. Winds from east, winds from west. Here.